Welcome back to the Breakout Barn, where I continuously make an effort to not say and do it anyways. Maybe I watched one too many Dan Malloy press conferences. Also, I did more lights, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if you, they're up there. Did more. This one just really pissed me off. Tonight, a little bit of a quick hitter. In short, I want to drive my Exocet. And it's really annoying to drive it right now because even though it's fine, it functions fine, missing the exhaust hanger that I was talking about from that last video, since this piece, the hanger broke, has made the exhaust shift and rattle against the transmission tunnel, and it's driving me bananas. And the weather is just too nice to not take this thing out for errands and to really enjoy it while I can, weather permitting, not like I'm gonna lose a leg or something like that. That being said, we're going to make up the remainder of the exhaust along with the mount so that we can get this thing back on the road. I think I've already said or like 6 times. I think I just have a problem. Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to read from a script. That'd be better if I gazed right past the camera and read shit off of paper. Don't think so. So 30-second spiel, probably longer, probably a minute spiel about exhaust design, particularly relative to the Exocet and cars in general. Cars that have a teardrop shape, or cars that have any sort of shape, driving down the road, create a low pressure area behind the car. And that low pressure area is because the air under the car is moving faster, the air over the car is moving slower, I believe, and it creates this kind of vortex effect of swirling air behind the car. It's why when a car drives down the road, dust picks up and whatnot. With that being said, the design of the fuel tank in the line, along with the open chassis of the Exocet, it makes it a prime candidate for exhaust fumes to recirculate, being that it's literally wide open. On longer drives, this becomes an issue because your clothes start to stink. You can smell the exhaust. You start getting headaches, especially because the Exocet is catless. So we're gonna fix that. Actually, we had it fixed. That muffler over there, that exhaust system over there, does a great job of that. I nailed that. That was the 2nd or 3rd iteration. Don't remember. But anyways, I eliminated that problem, so I know what I need to do. The problem is, once I took that off and I drove it, I really like the way that it sounded. It matches the character of the car much better. So we're gonna fix that. So basically, we're gonna make up a flange to meet the resonator here, and then we're gonna put at least 18 inches of pipe around in a U-shaped circle, and then create a dump out exit and put this wire harness back up where it's supposed to be, so it keeps falling down because 3M tape is awful apparently on fiberglass. And along with that, we're going to add an additional exhaust hanger. The reason being, this guy bangs into the transmission tunnel without that auxiliary hanger on it. Also, my dog just heard me knocking, so she's going bananas. Relatively short video for that reason tonight. Only 3 minutes and 40 seconds of talking at this point, so maybe we can keep this one under 10 minutes. So I have here some 5/16 plate steel that I've had for a while, and I've used this for exhaust flanges in the past. It's probably a little bit thin. I definitely wouldn't use it on something towards the header, but towards the back of the car where you see some heat but not a ton of heat, it's probably fine. It's been fine for me, so I'm going to keep using it. This used to be like a 4-foot long sheet, and I've just continuously cut it down. Anyways, all that I did is this is how I've always done it. Took a gasket, traced it out. Going to cut it out with a plasma cutter, and then weld some pipe to it. Make our own flange. Kind of how shit works. Because otherwise, you're paying, I don't know, 15 bucks for something that is literally the exact same thing, except probably aluminized. I'll spray it black, and we'll go from there. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this out. So I'll walk through real quick what I did. Machined a flange. Threw it. Wow, that is still toasty. So I started with plasma cutting the flange, and then I blew through 2 collets. Collets? I actually don't know the proper terminology for the head of a plasma cutter. That's good. Anyways, the cone, I'm holding my keys, the cone that goes over the actual electrode inside the ceramic cup. Blew through 2 of those. Not sure why. Bad batch maybe. Anyways, after that I said, screw it, we'll just throw it on the mill. So threw it on the end mill, finished it up, ended up working out fine. Milled it flat at the end there. I'm sure you guys saw me messing around with it and everything like that. The steel was actually a lot harder than I anticipated it being. Took a while longer on the mill than what I was hoping for, but ended up working out. So again, it's just some stainless 2.5-inch bends. Similar, it's actually the same pipe that I'm using on the 240. Same pipe that I used for. Actually, this is all done with pie cuts and everything because this is a pretty intricate, goofy bend. But right here, this is exactly what we need. We far exceeded the 18 inches. It looks a little bit goofy right now because I don't have it fully bolted up because it's still a bazillion degrees out. Well, bazillion degree flange. But you can see, I mean, we got some pretty decent welds on it. It's slant tip because it's got to, I don't know. It just, I thought it would look good. Yeah, anyways, extends past the end of the bumper. Looks goofy. I'm sure it's going to sound obnoxious. I'm sure it's going to fit the character of the car. Let's fire it up. I am almost positive that blew out the microphone and the camera. It is loud in here with the doors closed, but it's also 10:20. My lights are mocking me and trying to be a little bit respectful of my neighbors, even though my barn is probably 500 feet from the closest house. 400, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, trying to be a halfway decent neighbor. It sounds exactly like it did straight piped, but now it doesn't sound like it's coming out from underneath the car, which is great. I'm sure it's going to be a lot better cruising on the old eardrums. If all works out, tomorrow when I run to get more gas, I'll button this up, throw some heat wrap around it just to match the aesthetic of the rest of it, and then you guys will fully hear it when I do the full review video of this thing. Now that I finally am getting around to getting it finished. Cool beans. Short episode. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.